Hey there, in today's video I am showing you a couple ways to use your collage paper in an art journal. Although you could use any substrate, a canvas, pieces of paper, whatever you have on hand. And basically I'm just gluing the page in and then creating a composition using other pieces of painted collage paper, because I think what happens is we make all this collage paper and then what do we do with it? A lot of times I use it as an like a texture underneath a painting, but in this case I wanted the collage to shine, and so I'm only using collage and I do them pretty quick, so it's not like it's, you know, like something fabulous, but at the same time, it's a fun way to use your collage papers. And the great thing is you can kind of lay things out and figure out how you like it to look before you glue them down. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time, you know, rifling through papers, but I kind of picked a palette, some black, some, whatever color I felt like kind of went with it. And then took those collage papers and made them work in a way that I ended up liking. I actually like both of them. So anyway, I hope that you give it a try, because it is something kind of quick and easy that you can do. And all you need is some kind of type of glue and then your collage papers, and then obviously a substrate to put them on too. So I hope you give it a try, and I hope that encourages you to kind of like start using that big stash of collage papers that you have, and I know you do have them. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So when I'm not using collage just as texture, sometimes I like to create just using my collage. You can also, collage something down and then paint over it and do all kinds of stuff. But today I just kind of want to show you, like, when I am not wanting to pull out my paints, but I have all this beautiful collage paper, what do I do with it? So I'm going to start with a big piece and cover this. So let's look through here real quick and decide. I think I want something, let's see, maybe something like that, which doesn't have a lot. It has kind of some looks. Or maybe I want this. I like that. Okay. I mean, I could also use this green, but I think I don't want to get stuck with green. I think I want to use black, yellow, and white. I like that. And I had grabbed some collage paper, other collage papers as well, because although this almost, if I cut that right there and glue it in, it almost perfectly fits. It almost could be its own painting right there. I mean, I could call it done. I think I have some matte medium. I'm gonna collage this down, and then I'm gonna add a few pieces to this, and just to kind of get your mind working, like, okay, what do I do when I have these collage? What could I do with it? Well, you can cut them into pieces and glue them on, or like what I'm gonna do today is just make an entire piece out of collage. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is, I think I will cut this to kind of fit this size here. So I'm gonna fold this over and then just kind of cut along that line. It doesn't have to be exact, but, and I could have, collaged it down and then cut it later, but just for the sake of getting it done, let's just do that. Okay, so I'm using matte medium. I like Liquitex, but they're all, any of them are probably fine. And you could also use, in this case, because you could use probably a glue stick. You could probably, I know you could use the Yes Paste. That's easy. So whatever glue you want. So I just always have matte medium, and I do like that. So typically you would go under and over, but today I think I'm just gonna go under. Actually, I think I'm gonna grab a catalyst wedge and just smooth that out. I don't know if I cut that exactly right. And then when I go over it, it's going to be to put other stuff on top. The deli paper is so easy to put down that you don't, if you don't put anything on top of it, you're still fine. It still just is on there very tight, and creates a good seal. I can see I didn't cut that straight, but I will finish cutting that later. Actually, maybe I just fold it over. Doesn't matter. Okay. For now.
Okay, this is just an art journal, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, but it kind of helps me to see what I'm doing by having that edge there. Okay, so now what I want to do is, I'm thinking about putting something here. I had these weird shapes that I had cut some stuff out so I could use these on here if I wanted. But I think what I want is, I have grabbed some different papers, and I think I want something smallish, maybe like one of these. I'm gonna grab, let's see, let's cut a few things out. I'll fast forward while I'm cutting. Okay, I think I'm gonna use these. I kind of like these. And I want the big one here, I think. Maybe I spread them out like that. I kind of like that. They kind of tie in with this. And then I kind of feel like I want something up here, but I'm not really sure what that might be. So I'm going to cut some more shapes until I get to the right thing. At this point, it's like, what do I like? I mean, I like this. Maybe this is making it too busy. I was kind of feeling like I needed something up here. This doesn't really work for me. And I am more simple, I will say. So I think this is all I'm going to do. Honestly, I thought there would be more to this. But I guess this just goes to show you that it doesn't have to be, you don't have to do a lot. So there you have it. That is a page or an art. I mean, I could honestly see putting this on a canvas. Like that is it. So just take your collage papers and go, wow, what can I do to just kind of add a little bit more to it? And I really thought I wanted something up here, but I actually think it's okay. It made it too busy. And if I wanted to, I guess I could come back in and kind of paint around it with black. But I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to I think I want to move this one a little wonkier down here. I don't like them all in a row. I kind of like them. Wasn't paying attention. I was talking. So I like them a little bit wonkier. Not all in a row, kind of at an angle. So this just shows you how you can go into your art journal and create something just using your collage papers. Since that last one went so fast, I thought I would do one more real quick. So I took this other paper that I had kind of considered, and then I just went through and grabbed a bunch of just black, because I'm just going to use black and keep this one simple as well. So I'm going to put this down really fast, and then I will figure out the shapes that I want on here and just show you. Now, of course, you do not have to start with a large piece. You could just do smaller ones. And I'm going to do a video on that, just kind of showing how to use different shapes. So that is to come. But for today, we are just, where is my catalyst wedge? Okay, we're just kind of looking at, I guess composition is what this is, and there are a lot of rules to composition. You can Google those and look those up. This isn't a class on composition by any stretch of the imagination, but it is about what is it that you like. And I actually thought of this because I was like, maybe I use these circles on this, because I really kind of like these circles. So, but I don't want to limit myself to that. If that's, I mean, look at that. That would be kind of fun. Look at this big piece. So I don't know if I want to use the whole thing, but let's just see, maybe part of it we want to use. Okay, well, this was took me a lot longer than I thought to kind of put it together. I guess you kind of watched me. I forgot to stop and start talking, so I'm just gonna put these on real quick. What I realized was I was trying to put another set of lines on, and here's the thing: there's already lines going on, vertical lines. I mean horizontal lines. And so by putting a vertical line, it wasn't working because it was too much of the same. So you got to have differences. You got to have things that look different and that are not just the same thing repeated. Although a little bit of repetition is fine. I think if there's too much and if everything's the same size, then that is where you get some problems. So anyway, I feel like this is another way. You just keep at it, just keep trying things until you find the right thing. Maybe it would have been better if I brought in another color, but for whatever reasons, I just really felt like I wanted to stick with the black and just see if I could make that work. So anyway, this is just, and you kind of got to see the process that I went through, just finding my way in this, but it's only using collage papers, which I think is a really fun way. And you can also move it around. It's not like paint. You're not totally committed until you actually glue it down. And even then you saw me lift it up and move it around. So have fun, use your collage papers in your art journal or on paper or whatever it is that you want to use, even on canvases, and try to come up with a composition that you really like. Maybe start with a large piece like I did, or just start with smaller pieces as well, which I'm going to do. Like I said, I think I'm going to do another video on just using the smaller pieces. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.